Today is Wednesday, February 17th, 2016. We are on PSL number 6. So number 1, we are going to find the volume of the cylinder to the nearest tenth, and we're going to continue to do what we always do, which is use the pi button on our calculator. So the first thing that we need is our formula to find volume for a cylinder. So we're going to do the area of the base, pi r squared, and then we're going to multiply that times the height of the cylinder. So V equals pi r squared height. So now we need to come over and take a look at our picture. So they're giving us a diameter of 7, but for our formula, like usual, we need to know what the radius is. So if diameter is 7, we need to divide that by 2 to find our radius. So our radius is 3.5. So I can start out by bringing down my pi, and we've figured out that radius is 3.5, so that's squared. And now I need to pull my height from my picture, and that is 16. So now I can start to simplify everything. 3.5 times 3.5 is going to give us 12.25. And then if we multiply that times 16, that is going to simplify down to 196, but we still have pi up here. We can't forget about our pi. So we're going to do 196 times the pi button on our calculator. And this is going to give us a total of 615, and my decimal looks like this. 75216 keeps going. But I'm going to round, so if I want to round this number, I have to decide if this is 5 or bigger, and it is. So 7 is going to round up to the next number, which would be 8. So our total is 615.8. And we're going to be using centimeters, and because volume is 3D, it's cubic. And that's your answer. Number 2, what is the surface area of the pyramid to the nearest tenth? So this is day 3 of working on surface area for a pyramid. So surface area for a pyramid is just going to be finding the area of that base plus your perimeter of your base times slant height and divide that by 2. And that plus looks real rough. Try that again. So now I'm going to come over to my picture. For my B, it's right here, my base, and it's 8.1 times 8.1, which is equal to 65.61. Next I need to find my perimeter, and that is just the distance all the way around the outside, so 8.1 plus itself 4 times, so I'm just going to multiply by 4, and that gives us 32.4. And then our slant height is just going to be found on the side of the pyramid coming down, so it's 10.4. That's the easy one to find. So now that we have those, we can come back to our formula. So we had B, which is 65.61, plus our perimeter, which was 32.4, times our slant height, which we found to be 10.4, and all of that is divided by 2. So starting to simplify now, 32 times 10.4 is 336.96. And then to divide that by 2, we get 168.48. So we're going to add these two together. We're going to add our base, which was 65.61 plus 168.48. And our total surface area is 234.09, and our label is going to be feet. We're working in surface area, so it's squared. Okay, our last one for today, number 3. What is the surface area of a rectangular prism that measures 7 by 4 by 5 inches? So we all know that I like to have an image, so I've drawn a rectangular prism. And what we need to do now is we need to go back in our brains and we need to recall the formula, or just pull it up on one of our cheat sheets or from our notes. But the surface area of a prism is 2 times the area of the base plus the perimeter of our base times our height. So we need to figure out which piece we're going to use as our base. So I've colored in the shape at the bottom down here that we're going to use for our base shape. And now we can start doing our calculations. So to find the base, we just need to multiply length times width, or 4 times 7. So 4 times 7 is going to give us 28. And next we need to find the perimeter. So to do perimeter, we're going to do 4 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7, which gives us a total of 22. And finally, our height is just equal to 5. So now we're going to plug and chug. So our surface area equals 2 times a base value, which was 28, plus our perimeter, which was 22, times the height of 5. And you start to simplify that down. So 2 times 28 is 56, and then 22 times 5 is 110. And we're just going to add those together for a grand total of 166. Original measurements were in inches, and we found surface area, which is squared.